Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from MyChartCoach.com, and we're going to take a look at some of the ticker symbols that were in play today. Okay, let's do a follow-up here on SNAP. Another white candle formed today. As you can see here, there was another close above the EMA4, currently at 20.57. That is the key level to hold. As long as the pink line here, EMA4, is holding, there will be more upside potential. If there's a close below EMA4, that will signal downside risk, and that would put this lower Bollinger Band back on deck. So yeah, so it's hanging in there. If it can break, the key level to break right now is EMA4 or EMA8 at 2094. If you notice here, it's EMA8, EMA13, the 50-day simple moving average, which is the green line, and then the middle Bollinger Band are all lined up in a row. There's four key moving averages right above the current share price, and the top level to break is 21.53. If you can get a close above 21.53, then you could see a new uptrend starting. Fail to break these resistance levels, and you could see a drop back down to the middle Bollinger Band. Okay, let's look at the Snap 15-minute chart, and here's the 15-minute chart, and it shows that yesterday there was the big run up here to this 2073 level. You know, it broke above that, but then it channeled hard between 2070 and 2040, we're calling it, and that continued today. There was a drop down to 2020, support held, and then it got back into the previous channel and closed just above it. So this break here at 245 was a signal that Snap has more upside potential, and then it went ahead, it pulled back, but then it closed back above that level. Notice that was the key level to break. We had pointed that out before in the last video, and so with the close above the key resistance level, that is signaling more upside potential. Keep in mind the middle Bollinger Band and the 50 simple moving average currently at 2055 and 2051 are holding. As long as candles are forming above both levels, there will be upside potential. Once there's a close below both levels, that's going to signal downside risk. You could see a possible drop down all the way down to this 100 simple moving average at 1953. So you know, a nice strong sideways channel here. There's going to be a break. If there's a break above this red line, which is the horizontal resistance line that signals more upside potential, in my opinion, that started today with this first candle at 245 and then was confirmed again at the close. In order to stay bullish, the candles need to stay above that level. Downside risk would be a break below this 244 level. If it breaks below that, that's going to signal more downside risk. Okay, let's look at MNKD. MNKD had a really nice bounce today. Congrats to everybody that was in the chat. We nailed this one beautifully. We were locating the last 3 days on this pullback, and we were looking for a potential bounce off this middle Bollinger Band, currently at 99. That was the key level to hold. As you can see, the lower wicks bounced off that level for 3 days in a row, and then we had the nice close today above EMAs 4, 8, and 13. So that was a nice close today. That is putting our next target on deck, which is the 50-day simple moving average and the upper Bollinger Band, currently at 141. Those are the key levels to break. If you can get a close above that level, then we're looking at the high close here, currently at 160. That's going to be the big level to break above the 50-day simple moving average. If that happens, then we'll be talking about a potential run up to this 100-day simple moving average at 221. So that would be a nice run if the 50-day simple moving average can turn into support. Fail to break this 50-day simple moving average, and that will signal downside risk. You could see the middle Bollinger Band retested. As long as this middle Bollinger Band currently at 99 is holding, the uptrend is intact, and there will be more upside potential. Once you get a close below the middle Bollinger Band, that'll signal that a new downtrend may begin, and it will be a risk to hold. If you notice, we were looking for a bullish volume spike today. There was a declining volume pattern, and then today the spike in volume was a signal that there was going to be more upside potential. So that was a nice volume spike, nice bounce off of middle Bollinger Band support. Now we're looking for follow through tomorrow and a close above resistance. A bullish reversal pattern did form today, bullish one white soldier. So we'll be looking for bullish reversal confirmation. Okay, let's look at the 15-minute chart, and this is a close-up look at today's action, and you can see how it trended sideways here in between 117 and 124. We were looking for a break above the 124 level to signal more upside potential. That happened at 330. There was a close above that level, and that is a signal that this should push higher tomorrow. It did close below that level. That will be the key level break 124. If 124 breaks, then you're talking about a potential run up to 134. That would be the next key level to break above 124, high of day. And then if this middle Bollinger Band at 120 breaks, that's going to signal downside risk. Notice that has been holding the entire day today. So right currently, MNKD is trading above almost all the moving averages here, except for EMA4 on the 15-minute chart. So except for the what is it? Let's see here. Yes, all the moving averages except for the EMA4. And so if it can keep forming candles above the middle Bollinger Band, riding EMA4 support higher, this is a very, very strong chart. If you look here, you've got the 100-day simple moving or the 100 simple moving average, the 200, the 50, and the 300, with candles forming above all levels, riding the middle Bollinger Band. So this is a nice bounce play setup. We're just looking for follow through. This is a more this is a pulled out look at the 15-minute chart, and you can see here where the big drop was from 180, and so it pulled back. You've got the support held yesterday, and then notice how tight the Bollinger Bands were. This was a signal that a move was coming, so we were looking for a move. The middle Bollinger Band started turning into support yesterday. People started loading, and then there was a pullback at the open, and that was the signal to load up if you hadn't already. This 300 simple moving average was holding below at 103. And then if you didn't load here, once there was a break above the middle Bollinger Band, that was the chance to get in. Notice it took off, broke the 50, the 200, and ran all the way up to the 100 simple moving average where it found resistance. And then the candles rode the 100 all the way down all day today until it got to this candle right here. At 230, and it broke above the 100 simple moving average. That was your signal of more upside potential. That's what we were looking for today. We were talking about it in the chat, so that was cool. That happened. It closed with good volume into the close here. So what needs to happen now is just this middle Bollinger Band needs to hold, and this resistance level needs to break. If you get a break above 134, then you're going to be talking about up here this level. I know these should be red because of their resistance, but this like 142 level, if it can get above that, then you could be talking about a run up here to 160. And so yeah, these are some of the key resistance levels on the chart here. So yeah, so this is heating up the bounce play. All it needs to do is the candles need to keep riding middle Bollinger Band support, break resistance, and the uptrend should continue. The big volume at the open down here at 11, this is signaling that players loaded. Notice how there was a big decrease in volume before the volume spike. That's what you always look for. Look for the bottom, decrease in volume, tightening Bollinger Bands, volume spike, push above resistance, load, ride higher. Okay, so yeah, nice play. All right, let's look at CMLS. All right, this is a stock that had a bullish close today. It closed above the 50-day simple moving average, which is this green line. That is the bull signal. If it can hold this green line currently at 0.351, then that will signal more upside potential. It needs to bust through this upper Bollinger Band at 39, but our next target, if the 50 holds, will be this 100 simple moving average at 6668. If you look here, it needs to break this high close level at 38. It tested that level today, but closed just below. So if you can get a close above this level, that's going to signal more upside potential. There's going to be some resistance from over here to work its way through, but if this 50 turns into support and it breaks above 38, there's a good chance you could see this 100 eventually tested. There's some good volume down here at the bottom. This is a low volume play. It had turned the middle Bollinger Band into support. If it closes back below the 50 simple moving average, 50-day simple moving average, that would be a signal it's not quite ready, and that the consolidation may continue. If you could see here, it's been consolidating before this move today. There's been the sideways action that has been turning the middle Bollinger Band in support. Many times when you get a break above the 50-day simple moving average, that is the bullish signal that there is more upside potential. Okay, let's look at TOPS. All right, this is the ticker that's heating up here. If you notice, the Bollinger Bands are getting tight. You've got the 50 simple moving average coming down fast here at 102. There was a close right here at the middle Bollinger Band. That is the key level to hold, currently at 98. What we're looking for is a break above, currently at 102, the 50 simple moving average, and to us that would signal that it's in play for a potential run up to the 100 simple moving average at 140. The tight Bollinger Bands and consolidation here at the current level is signaling that there's a possible move coming. This is a very, very risky stock to trade. It's been known they dilute heavy. They have bad after hours filings. Very, very risky. It's just setting up here for a technical bounce play after an oversold condition. So keep an eye on tops. If you look here at the daily chart, you will see here that it's had multiple red candles in a row. It's dropped from up here at $4.55. It was as high as $6 back on the 5th. And then now it's all the way down to 98 cents. Bullish Harami cross reversal pattern has formed today with a big volume spike. It's this volume down here at the bottom that has caught our eye. There's not a whole lot of support below. You can see the lower Bollinger Band is currently at 67. So this could, has a lot more downside risk. But the trade currently would be between the current level and EMA4 at 151. If you notice here, the candles have been riding EMA4 resistance lower. We don't think that EMA4 breaks, but there could be a run back up to that level, which from 98 to 151, you're looking at a 50% gain. So yeah, so keep an eye on tops for a dead cat bounce. Okay, thank you for viewing these charts and this video. If you'd like to learn more, check us out at mychartcoach.com and our YouTube channel at mychartcoach.com. Thank you.